Oh yeah, good on Facebook. All right, and we are live. Yes, sir. Welcome to the show, Crypto Warriors. Welcome to Crypto episode 479. It's Tuesday, October 1st, and I'm your host, Bitcoin Zay, here to bridge the gap between cryptocurrency and the community, Monday through Friday at whatever time we feel like. Maybe 3 p.m., maybe 10 a.m., maybe 10:30, who knows? But we are here, have some great news stories for you today, starting with the top story. Trading volume for Bakkt Bitcoin futures just hit 5 million in first week. JP Morgan and Intel alums launch revenue sharing stablecoin USDD. South Korean court issues landmark decision on crypto exchange hacking. And last but not least, EOS maker Block One settles with SEC over unregistered security sales. Oh yeah, should get juicy. So before we do that, let's look at a few market updates for today so you all can stay informed with the price. Bitcoin trading at $8,400, up 2% this morning, a quick bump for those of you looking at charts. Ethereum is up. Quarter four starts today. My clients, some of my past clients, people on the show, I'll go to 8K before we start to return to a bull market. We return to 8K. I can tell you right now, for those of you waiting for it at 6,000, you may get the dead cap bounce you're waiting for, but you may not. And if it takes off, especially with this news that I'm about to give you here with Bakkt, you will have missed buying Bitcoin under 10K. So before we start on that, let's look at everybody in the chat. What's going on, Leroy Forbes? Tessa Hall, what's going on? Tainted Treats. Oh yeah, love that name. Let's see. Angela from Sacramento. Hey, Angela, how you doing? Tony Nolly, how's it going? Crypto and Culture, good to see you as well. Baldus Granville, that's a new one, I believe. Hey, nice to see you. Milto, my man. Coke by Paris. Oh yeah, definitely good to see you as well. And everybody on Facebook. So let's jump into our first story of the day. The trading volume for Bakkt Bitcoin's futures just hit 5 million in the first week. All right, so the Intercontinental Exchange's highly anticipated Bitcoin futures contract mustered just 5 million of total trading, and its daily product traded fewer than 5 contracts first week. So we're seeing some pretty slow movement into the Bakkt era. And one of the biggest things I want people to realize about Bakkt is we don't necessarily need them in our market. However, the futures market has been basically asking for a institutional product, so Bakkt delivered. According to which was set up last year, some 623 monthly Bitcoin future contracts exchanged hands last week, and then they actually debuted September 23rd. Man, only 5 million. That's kind of whack because by comparison, there were over 4,099 Bitcoin futures contracts traded at CME, and that was in 2017 when they started, and their actual trading volume is about $165 million on the day. So pretty paltry for Bakkt. All of this hype for nothing. I'm sure it will increase at some point, but all of the hype leading up to it didn't really have a good opening week. Unfortunately, for most people, when it does pick up, it'll be too late for them because the price will start blinking. It'll go a lot faster than people think. And I think this is a big play by whales to try and get used to the market, trying to figure out what they're doing as far as trading with futures markets. So we'll see Bakkt increased. Hopefully, I mean, that's still pretty paltry. 5 million in the first week. That's nothing. So let's take a look at the comments here. Let me see. Let's see. Camera lens cloudy, dirty. Hopefully that changes it. I've been rubbing on it. Tony Nolly, what's going on? How you doing? Sergeant Crypto, good to see you in here as well as Vicolas Flair on Facebook. All right, so let's jump into our second story of the day. South Korean court issues landmark decision on crypto exchange hacking. All right, so Korean crypto exchange called Coin1 has been ordered to pay compensation for losses resulting from a hack of a customer support. Oh man, you love to hear this. When you hear people get hacked and their money is just gone forever, we usually tell people not your keys, not your coin, good luck. However, this sets a precedent in the Seoul South District Court on September 7th. They said that Coin1 only partly responsible and ordered a reward for less than the damages the plaintiff has sought. This was actually challenged, and according to the account of the case, the customer identifies Mr. A. He joined in April 2017. In November 2018, his holdings were valued at 58 million won, which in our money, in USD, it's $48,000, most of which was stolen, which left him with less than 5,000 won, which kind of sucks for him. However, the trades that led to the theft were connected in the Netherlands. So once again, criminals, Bitcoin isn't a good use case for you. They can track the IP address. They'll find out where you're from. The customer sued saying that the exchange should have blocked transactions from overseas, and they have not set minimum standards. So Coin One has basically had to come to the court, and the court agreed with most of what the exchange argued. It didn't hold them responsible for the hack itself, and it said the exchange did not have to police the IP address. But if you knew beforehand, you have to start blocking these addresses for legal access to an account, and the transfer limits need to be followed. So plaintiff was awarded 25 million won, so he basically got half his money. And that's one of the things that we want to see is these exchanges being held accountable when things get hacked. You shouldn't have been letting other people send money off exchange. If you read my book, you know there's one exchange that did that to us, Bittrex. We've called them out plenty of times. They did it to us. For some reason, we had somebody try to hack. Everything else was fine. Every wallet, every exchange, every phone, every computer, everything was fine. One exchange allowed them to transfer about 5 figures worth of cryptocurrency, and there you have it. But once again, that's why we always preach, not your keys, not your coin. I haven't done business with them since. So I'm glad they rewarded this. Our amount was not as much as theirs, but pretty close. 48,000. But like I said, it was 5 figures for us too. Didn't take them to court because I like to meet people in person. So whenever we see Bittrex people, we'll have a nice conversation. But yes, South Korea, they have set the standard with Coin One, and I like to see them actually rewarding people their money back. So exchanges can increase their security. This should not happen. You should have some standards in place. And if it's something on your end, you should be liable. So good to see there. I see some new people coming in. Allison Thompson, glad to have you as well. Crypto Monk, what's good? What's good? Minho, glad to have you as well. Let's see. Yep, live stream as well. And Monique Michelle on Facebook, where we've been at. Well, for some reason, Facebook has not been allowing us to record. So found a way around that. And now here we are. We're back on Facebook Live as well. So let's jump into our third story of the day. JP Morgan and Intel alums and Trust Token, they have unveiled a dollar-backed stablecoin with a twist. Revenue sharing for the institutions that use it. Could be very interesting. Their new company, Global Currency Organization, developed the USD Digital, USDD token. Again, another corny ass name. I don't know why they keep coming up with these corny stablecoin names, but hey, it's banks. What can you expect? They aim to break through with exchanges, traders, and over-the-counter desks, looking for a stablecoin product, but unwilling to develop one themselves. They want to have a 50-50 revenue model. It incentivizes adoption, meaning if you use it, you get 50-50 back on their chain. So let me describe it to you further here. Sorry, just clicked off. They state here, it is the best of both worlds. They get the stable coin and they get the revenue that GCO shares with them. So the more people use this token, the more revenue they gain, the more they pay out to their users. And you know, one of the things that people have said about stable coins, we've even said it, that it's a rich man's ICO. It's the ability for you to artificially print money and then charge people a fee to use that stable coin. However, this sort of flips it on its head because, of course, they're going to make money. But if they're doing revenue sharing, that is a way better model for a stable coin than anything else. And honestly, if you think about the US dollar, if it wasn't so inflated, more money is used and the more money is circulated. That's not how the US works. But in crypto and stable coins, this can happen. So they describe it here. Let's say you need a US bank account or have long delays in conversion fees. With this stable coin, you receive funds in a matter of days, which is still not the goal of cryptocurrency. You want to be able to receive it in minutes for a lower fee. However, bridging the gap, this will bring people in. This was the medicine and the candy. This will get people in, and this will actually expedite adoption because people see how easy it is. Anything is easier than whatever you come up with. As long as it's easier than banks, you can probably win out some of the market share. So good to see there. The only problem is, like I said, it's JP Morgan, Intel alums. They have their own way of doing things. We have ours. So let's see. Milto, appreciate you coming in. Oh, yeah. Congrats on the book. Appreciate you, man. Thank you for everybody who supported it. Like I said before, Bitcoin in Black America is available on Amazon. Also, www.bitcoininblackamerica.com. And last but not least, QR code to donate to the summer camps in Charlotte, North Carolina, and Inglewood. If you have some spare Bitcoin, some spare crypto, go ahead and donate that. And 100% of the proceeds will go to the summer camp. So thank you all who have been buying the book, reading it, and passing it along. Love the reception. And I do have an announcement. Yesterday, got my book put in the very first bookstore ever, Nubian bookstore in Morrill, Georgia. First time, this is a dream come true. I figured I would self-publish a book. I really didn't think any bookstores would really take it, but starting to get some traction based on, you all buying it, of course, giving us this platform to speak every day as well. So first bookstore and thousands more to go. Like I said, I made a deal on Twitter. If you actually get a bookstore to get my book in there, I'll send you free merchandise, free Bitcoin and Black America merchandise, which will be coming out later this month. So yes, hit up people, drive that demand. Even if you got to make some artificial demand, just start calling places. Hey, do you have Bitcoin and Black America? And, you know, maybe have 2 or 3 of your friends call them as well over the course of a few days. And they'll be like, hey, what is this Bitcoin and Black America book? And then they'll look through their emails and see that I've sent them the request, and hopefully we can get some more listed. Got to get the word out. So let's see. Tainted Treats. What about Underground and SAC? Still waiting to hear back from Underground. Once I hear back from them, it's a go. I can definitely send them books as well to get it started. So yes, and there we go. Moving to our last story of the day. Let's see here, and our top story as well. EOS, the news you've all been waiting for. Block 1 settles with SEC over unregistered security sale. Man, EOS maker Block.1 must pay $24 million in penalties for conducting an unregistered security sale. This was announced by the U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission. That ain't shit. $24 million is nothing, man. They raised $4 billion in their ICO. $24 million is just a drop in the bucket. 0.58% of the initial raise. And this to me sets a bad precedent by the SEC, because to me they've always been a company that just wants their money. If you're going to make some money and it seems like a security, we need our cut too. But on the surface, they want to seem like they're protecting people. But this sets a precedent that, hey, I can come up with a bullshit ICO with some white paper that doesn't necessarily solve a problem. I can raise billions of dollars, and then I'm gonna only pay 0.58% of it in fees or fines. Cool, that's fine. I'll raise the money and I'll pay that fine later. And for those of you who are really safe and don't want to ever break the law, let me explain something to you. All the rich people that I've met, they don't ask for permission. They ask for forgiveness. You do what you feel like. You hire a good lawyer, pay the fine later, you keep it moving. Because I can guarantee you right now, this didn't hurt them one bit. And they're going to take those billions that they raised and keep pushing forward with EOS. In the press report, the press release highlighted that their token sales began shortly before the SEC releases DAO report, but it continued for nearly a year after the report's publication, and they did not secure an exemption from securities registration, which is kind of weird because it's technically an ERC20 token, which if they say it's a use case, it's supposed to not be a security, but of course, SEC wants their money. So this is what happened here. You hate to see it, but it's not really a big thing for them. They can pay the $24 million. They can keep it moving, and they won't really have any struggles. They may get sued by some other people later, but let's see. Minho, get it out on LinkedIn. Yes, I've been setting up my LinkedIn all weekend, trying to get it back up to par so I can send it out there. Let's see. Jamal J checking in. What's good, my brother? Hey, man, we got New York on the schedule. I'll be telling people more once we have it planned out completely, but New York is on the schedule for the book tour, so we'll definitely get that interview in. Jamal J. Let's see. Jeopardy Clark. Will I be in Memphis for Massive Adoption? Absolutely. I'll be speaking November 7th and 8th. I'll be in Memphis at the Massive Adoption event. I'll be speaking there, so I'll see you there, Jeopardy Clark. Let's see, Jizzy Mac. It sounds like a great business. Yeah, raise $4 billion, play $20 million fine. That is literally some people. That's going to be their business plan. I'm gonna raise a bunch of money, hire some lawyers, pay the fee, and keep it moving. Don't even have to worry about the SEC doing any jail time. They just pay the fine and keep it moving. So let's see, Alex Daly, our resident trader. Oh yeah, Bitcoin to the moon. I believe so, brother. I've been telling people for the last few weeks this drop, and then it's to embolden the bears. It's thinking it's going down to 3K or whatnot. Bear trap, boom, blast to the market in Q4, catch everybody by surprise. That's probably maximum pain right there. So. Once again, don't worry about the price. Calm down, people. I believe we are in a bull market going forward, so just calm down. But yes, that is our show today. That's all the news I have for you. Once again, like I said, throughout the week, we'll be saying those dates. It'll be between November 11th and 15th. So we'll get you there. So yes, thank you all for watching, and cheers. Have a good one.